Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to take the whole intimidating, jargon-filled world of search engine optimization and absolutely flip it on its head. We're transforming all that tech speak into a clear, logical strategy that you can actually use to grow your online presence. So if you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by the mechanics of getting found online, well, you are in the exact right place. So we got to start with literally the ultimate frustration for any creator or business owner, right? You pour blood, sweat, and tears, not to mention hours of your time, into building this gorgeous website or creating a phenomenal product. And then, absolute crickets. Why does that happen? Mostly because you're missing the crucial bridge that actually connects your digital front door to your future customers. All right, let's demystify this right off the bat and define our core term. SEO, or search engine optimization, is simply the critical strategy of improving a website's ranking in search engine results to drive traffic, increase visibility, and achieve business growth. Seeing it laid out so plainly really proves that SEO isn't some dark art reserved for Silicon Valley tech wizards. It's actually a highly structured, repeatable process to make your site visible to the exact people who are actively searching for what you do. Today, we're breaking this whole process down into 4 straightforward parts. Number 1, on-page, optimizing the inside. Number 2, off-page, building reputation. Number 3, technical, the hidden foundation. And number 4, the holistic strategy. Just think of this whole process like building a house. You start off by designing a great interior, then you move outside to boost the curb appeal, and beneath it all, you reinforce a super solid foundation. Okay, let's jump right into part 1. On-page SEO, optimizing the inside. This is all about the interior architecture and design of your digital house. Basically, what your guests actually see and interact with when they walk through the door. The big takeaway here is super simple, but absolutely crucial. Content is the heart of a website. You see, search engines like Google really just have one primary job. They want to give their users the most relevant, useful answers to their questions as fast as possible. That makes high-quality, informative, and engaging content your absolute starting point. Honestly, if the content itself isn't great, nothing else we talk about today is going to matter. Building that amazing content actually takes 4 deliberate steps. First up, keyword research. You have to find out exactly what words your audience is searching for, especially those specific long-tail keywords. Second is strategic placement. You want to naturally weave those keywords into your headings and text, but please, no weird, unnatural keyword stuffing. Third is comprehensive length. Did you know the average word count for high-ranking pages is often over 1,500 words? Yeah, you got to be thorough. And fourth, quality and relevance. You have to actually solve the user's problem, rather than just padding the page with useless fluff. Now, what's really fascinating is how these tiny, often overlooked snippets of text act as your website's front door. We're talking about meta tags. Your meta title, which is capped around 50 to 60 characters, is what appears at the top of the browser and right there in the search results. And just below it is your meta description, sitting in about 150 to 160 characters. Now, while the description doesn't directly boost the algorithm's rankings, an engaging one is what actually drives your click-through rates. It is quite literally your one single shot to invite a user in from that crowded search page. Okay, so once those guests are actually inside your digital house, you got to keep it moving. And that's exactly where internal linking comes in. Think of internal links as the hallways of your house. They guide site navigation, they distribute what SEO experts playfully call link juice or page authority across your entire site, and most importantly, they drastically improve search engine crawlability. That way, the algorithms can logically map out your entire content hierarchy. Moving right along to section 2, off-page SEO, building your reputation. If on-page was the interior of your house, off-page is your neighborhood reputation. It's all about who is actually out there recommending your house to other people. And this perfectly captures the absolute golden rule of backlinks. High-quality backlinks from trusted, high-authority industry sites versus low-quality backlinks from irrelevant, spammy websites. Guys, it is 100% about quality over quantity. Search engines view a link from a major reputable blog as a massive, glaring vote of confidence. It signals to them that your content is inherently valuable and entirely trustworthy. So, how do you actually go about getting those votes of confidence? Well, you build up that digital curb appeal through good old-fashioned networking. That means guest blogging on reputable industry sites to show off your expertise. It means hunting down broken links on other people's websites and politely offering your great content as a seamless replacement. It also involves heavily encouraging social media sharing and partnering up with established voices via influencer marketing to tap straight into their loyal audiences. But you know what? It's not always just about getting a direct hyperlink. Our sources highlight a really interesting point. Search engines view mentions from influential sources as an indicator of trust and credibility. So even if a trusted source doesn't explicitly link back to your site, simply having your brand name dropped or reviewed online acts as a remarkably powerful signal to the algorithm that you actually matter in the real world. All right, time for part 3. Technical SEO, the hidden foundation. We're talking about the plumbing, the wiring, and the sheer framework of your website that keeps everything running flawlessly for those search engine crawlers. The absolute first piece of that foundation: speed. You know it, I know it. If a site takes forever to load, we bounce. And because search engines like Google actively penalize slow load times, you absolutely have to optimize your infrastructure. You do this by compressing large images so they don't lose quality, enabling browser caching so resources are stored locally on a user's computer, and minifying your CSS, JavaScript, and HTML code to strip out any unnecessary bulk. Next up, we need to talk about how search engines actually navigate your site's backend. Think of these 2 crucial files as your site's blueprints. Your XML Sitemap is a highly detailed roadmap telling search engines exactly where all your important pages live. On the flip side, your Robots.txt file acts as a specific guide telling them which pages they should straight up ignore. Basically, one file invites the crawlers in to see the best rooms in the house, while the other firmly locks the doors to your messy closets so you don't get penalized for duplicate content. To really lock down that technical foundation, there are 3 absolute must-haves you need in place. First, ensure a mobile-first responsive design. Google primarily uses the mobile version of your site for ranking these days, so your site has to look and work perfectly on smartphones. Second, implement 301 redirects. This routes traffic smoothly if you ever move or delete pages, preserving all that hard-earned link equity. And third, secure your site with an SSL certificate. Turning that HTTP into HTTPS locks down user data and gives you a very essential ranking boost. Okay, so we've built a beautiful interior, we've established an amazing neighborhood reputation, and we've poured a rock-solid technical foundation. Let's move to our final section, the holistic SEO strategy, putting it all together. Successfully managing your digital presence basically happens in a continuous 4-stage loop. You start off with a comprehensive SEO audit to figure out exactly where you currently stand. Then you move into on-page optimization, follow that up with your off-page SEO networking, and finally you dive into monitoring and reporting to track your progress. This cycle proves that SEO is absolutely not a one-time set-it-and-forget-it thing. It is a living, breathing strategy that you have to continually adapt and refine to see long-term success. As we wrap up this explainer today, I really want to leave you with one final, kind of perspective-shifting question regarding where you're actually going to apply all this newfound knowledge. Here's the big question. Is SEO only for Google? The answer to that is a massive, resounding no. While Google is obviously the 800-pound gorilla in the room, these exact same optimization strategies apply to literally wherever your audience is searching. We're talking Bing, Yahoo, YouTube, Amazon, and even the app stores. Every single platform out there uses an algorithm, which means your newly optimized digital house has the power to attract visitors from across the entire internet. So my final question to you is this. Now that you have the blueprints to build an unstoppable digital presence, what corner of the internet are you going to conquer next?